When I ask people about what is the kingdom, sometimes they say, oh, Pedro, the kingdom is righteousness, peace, and joy. They're like, that's what the kingdom is. Now I'm like, nope, that's not what the kingdom is. The kingdom is a lot more than righteousness, peace, and joys. However, where the kingdom atmosphere is present, there will be righteousness, peace, and joy. This is evidence that the kingdom culture is present, but it's not the actual kingdom itself. The kingdom is much more than merely righteousness, peace, and joy. However, when the kingdom is present in a company, in a situation, in a home, in a family, in an industry, there will be righteousness, peace, and joy. Today, I want to finish up talking about righteousness. Righteousness is very important, and it matters much. And what am I talking about here? Am I just talking about good morals? Am I just talking about being a nice person? Well, Pedro, I'm a nice person. I'm a nice person. Am I saying be on your best Boy Scout behavior? Is that righteousness? No, it's much more than that. Righteousness, from a kingdom perspective, means to be in right standing with the king. Right standing with the king, which means we are following and living our life in accordance with the rules and laws and the ways that he set up the kingdom. So let me give you one example. One of the best ways to make sure that you can stay in right standing with the king is to always be in a very powerful place, which I call truth. Truth. Jesus didn't just say, tell the truth. See, Boy Scouts say, always tell the truth. And that's great. But Jesus didn't just say, tell the truth. He said, I am the truth. This is his very identity. So if you want to be in right standing with the king, if you want Jesus, the Spirit of Jesus, to be with you and on you always, you must have a powerful relationship with this thing called truth. And unfortunately, in business and entrepreneurship, there is a lot of people who have a very loose relationship when it comes to this thing called the truth. Every industry, I told you guys this yesterday, every industry has half-truths, lies, exaggerations, and some form of hiding the truth from consumers to exploit them and take advantage of them. Every industry has this, some more than other. Financial industry, off the charts. Thievery, off the charts. Marketing, off the charts. Off the charts. The truth is the most disruptive thing to any industry. The truth is the most disruptive. Guess what? You don't have to go build an app to disrupt an industry. You don't have to build an app. You don't got to go raise a bunch of money. The truth alone is disruptive. The truth alone is disruptive. Some of you can rise to the top of your industry just by being willing to be a truth teller. Just by being a truth teller about the hidden secrets of your industry and how those secrets are there to protect the industry and exploit consumers. Now, what do I see examples of this? Fake scarcity. Fake scarcity and urgency. Oh, we only have 100 left. And there's a warehouse full of 10,000. Oh, last 100, and there's 10,000 in the warehouse right next to you. Oh, if you don't buy it today, it's gone forever. And you know darn well that it's not. Now, here's the deal, guys. In marketing, scarcity and urgency are very powerful ingredients to a successful marketing campaign. So, well, Pedro, does that mean we can't use scarcity and urgency as a kingdom entrepreneur? No, it doesn't mean that at all. We can use scarcity and urgency, but it has to be real scarcity. So, for example, we have made an offer to you guys for the 414 Plus experience. And the 414 Plus experience was for $97 during the 414 challenge. These people would be able to get on a Zoom with me, ask me questions, live Q&A, and even have private sessions on Zoom just for the Plus people, because I want to reward those people who are even more hungry. So I will take time out of my life to give them unique experiences for those that are willing to invest a small amount of money, like $100, to get access to me during this challenge. And Holly, how many people have signed up for this? Do we know?
So I'm currently downloading it right now as I write out the email, because I'm over here busily letting people know. But we have
give me a realistic
realistic number is, I think that we're going to close this after this call. I think we're at around 400, and we only have 414 openings.
Okay, so we are around 400 spots for the 414 Plus, and it's going to be capped at 414. So guess what? That's real scarcity. If you try and buy this and you're 415, guess what we're going to say? No, I'm going to take down that page. That order form to buy Plus goes away when we add 414. So that is real scarcity and real urgency to help those people that really want to do this, do it now. But at the same time, it's real. Like, that's not just not something I'm saying, and I'm really going to allow 500 to come in it. That's not what we're doing. So as kingdom people, we can't use fake scarcity and fake urgency. We have to find a way to be creative enough to do things that are powerful and yet still be completely authentic. Okay? The last thing I'm going to talk about is exaggeration. Exaggeration. Oh my goodness, do we see exaggeration? We call this preacher math. I call it preacher math and marketer math. How many of you guys know preachers? How many of you guys been in a service before? And I love preachers. I got a little preacher in me, if you guys can't tell. How many of you guys been to a service before? A church service, a revival meeting, an outreach, and you were there, and altar call is given, and there's some hands that go up, and let's say there was maybe 10 hands that went up, and then what happens is either later that day or you hear about it, and that preacher's like, oh man, about 100 people got saved today, and you're like, did you do like 5 more services? No, just the one. So you're saying in that service that I was in, when I looked around the room and I saw about 10 hands, you're saying that you think about 100 people got saved? Nah, man. That's not exaggeration. That's lying. Marketers, we've made millions of dollars. So how much have you really made? Oh, we're about 600,000. So you've made 600,000 in reality, but somehow that got to millions. That's not exaggerating anymore. That's a lie. Let me just tell you, when we choose to exaggerate and lie, we are leaving partnership with Jesus. We cannot be in partnership with Jesus in that moment when we are lying, because he is truth. Truth and a lie cannot be in the same place at the same time. So if we choose to lie in that moment to get that piece of business, to impress somebody, to sound cool, we have chosen to move out of the presence of Jesus and come onto the lordship of somebody else who's called the father of lies. His name is Satan. So as kingdom people, we probably shouldn't do that either.